Hey everyone, it's Tyler Binkley here, and we are about to go over across the board on Swift Playgrounds. Across the board can be found in the Learn to Code 1 playground, and it is in the functions chapter. So across the board, here we go. It says, in this challenge, identify a repeating pattern and define a function. So with this one, and it even tells us this in the very next sentence, in this challenge, there are lots of gems to collect. So many, in fact, that there are several ways to solve the puzzle. And so when you look at this map, I mean, it's really just, looks like 9 squares of all gems. And so your goal is to create a function and hopefully find the pattern that makes sense to you, name your function so that it's going to save you lines of code. And like it says, there's a lot of different ways to do this. There's no necessarily right or wrong way. When I go to solve this one, what jumps out at me is that there's 3 rows of 3 gems. So I'm thinking in mine, I want to name this maybe like row or solve row or something like that. I try to keep it simple. So I'm thinking I'm going to solve one row with this function so that every time I say row, it'll just be able to accomplish every row, and I'll only have to do it 3 times then, which will be nice. So to solve a row for me, if I'm already facing this direction here and I'm already on a gem, I can start by saying collect gem and then move forward, collect gem, move forward, collect gem, and that should take care of the entire first row. And what's nice about that is that is a row. I just solved a row. Now, I can't run this right now because actually you have to come down below. A function is just when it's called, it's going to do whatever you said. So now if I come down here and say row in my actual starting line of code, now it's going to perform the actions what I told it to do with the function name row. And there you go. We see that the top row is solved. Now all I have to do next is get to the next row. And then I'm going to say row so that he can accomplish that task. So let's see, I'm going to turn to my right, which will get me down to the next line of gems, and then move forward. And now I have to, again, put myself in Byte's shoes. If I'm facing this direction, I'm going to also need to turn right again so that I can be facing this way. And then I'm ready to solve the second row. So I just say row, and it's going to do what I said earlier up in my function. So let's just run that a little bit quicker and see if we do this correctly. So here's the first row. I got my right turn, move forward. Oh, it's glitching out a little bit here. Sometimes it does that, and I always recommend if it's glitchy. Swift sometimes has some bugs. And, we're talking about bugs with coding. Coding always has some bugs. Looks like there's some bugs going on right here that need to be debugged with Apple. But if I run my code, let's try it again. I went out, came back in. Hopefully it works a little bit better. And there we go. That looks much better. Now it should be solving the row here in the middle. So now, putting myself in Byte's shoes, it's going to be a left-hand turn. So if I come down to my coding, I got to turn left, and then I'm going to have to move forward, and then I'm going to have to turn left again to be facing this direction. And then all I have left is the last row. So I hit my row function that shows up on the bottom. And I'm going to run this just a little bit faster, but look, with not very much lines of code, thanks to my function that I created, I'm able to get across the board, just like the title, and get this all accomplished. Thanks for watching.